Alright guys, so as most of you already know, I've had a throttle body. You see this nice shiny throttle body that I did the custom little cut the thing off or whatever you like, the half moon thing, whatever. So did that, and I haven't put it on yet. It's been raining the last couple days, so I can't really do too much, but luckily when you do the throttle body on the van, most of the work is going to have to be done from the inside anyways. So I'm gonna do that first. Gotta remove all the crap that's in the way, and yeah, so let's replace the throttle body. Alright, so once you got everything off, it's very simple. There's one bolt right here, there's one bolt right here, and then take this little throttle body bracket, and then in order to get the this out, you just need to pull some slack in the like turn the throttle body basically, and then I'll show you on the other one because it's kind of hard to see, but basically if you turn the throttle like this and loosens up the cable, you can pull it out and it just is going to slide out of here. So it's very easy. And then there's if you come through the inside, there is, yes, I know, mine looks like crap because I'm changing a bunch of stuff back here. So all there is this right here, this little like nub, I don't know what you want to call it, and then these two sensors. So once you'll be able to undo, what the fuck? You'll be able to undo all this shit from back here, and you could even get these two bolts in the front if you wanted to from back here. But ew, the throttle body's like nasty, man. Maybe that's why this thing's running like crap. But yeah, basically you just gotta undo this right here, which I'm pretty sure you put like a wrench or whatever on here. Alright, so I just got the back piece off, which is this like little stud. And if you need to know the size, it is a 7/32. And the front, you probably didn't need to take the back cover off, but I just did because it takes like 2 seconds. And the front one is going to be a 10 mil. So let's do that. And then what I'm gonna do, which is like an easier way to get that throttle body off, is leave the bracket where it is, and then when it will come with the throttle body, so when you take it off, it'll just be easier to undo it that way. So yeah, as you can see in here, all we're gonna do is put my ratchet onto off, stick it in here, and then just crank it loose, and then do the other side just like that. And then you can just take this other stud out like that, just like so. There you go, there's two. So I ended up undoing this bracket, but now you should be able to pull the throttle body out like this and forwards, so you can see that. And now we're just gonna take this out. So as you can see, here's my nice clean throttle body, and here's what was on the van. That is absolutely disgusting. And then, yep, flip this one over, yep. So I'll show you guys what I was talking about. If you turn it, you see that right there, see how that's got that big, this throttle body isn't very snappy either. But this one, oh, the spring is so tight. There you go. See the difference between the two? Also, if you're wondering, this throttle body that I got, this clean one, is actually from a 5.7 350, Chevy 350, out of GMC Sierra, I believe. Yeah, it's the exact same though. So all I gotta do now is take the throttle position sensors. One's throttle position, one is something else, but take it out and then clean them, and then throw it back into the new throttle body. But first, let's go and take a look, since we can. Let's go take a look and see if we can see inside the throttle. Oh, the intake manifold was disgusting. I hope you can see that. You see that better than I can. That's what that shit looks like. Yep. It's kind of nasty. So I'm gonna try to clean some of that up before I put it all back. And then it's starting to rain again. So I'm gonna take all that apart, clean everything, and then yeah. So here's a quick update. I have the alternator off and I have a bunch of these wires unplugged. Because as most of you know, I'm trying to do engine harness tuck, so you don't see as much of it. And yeah, so that's basically what I'm doing right now. And I'll get back to you when I got more. Okay, so it is starting to rain, but I actually got all of it pretty much done. Even like the wiring tuck that I was trying to do, I got all done, got the throttle body in, replaced all the stuff or whatever, the sensors that go into it, and yeah, it's raining, but I'm still going to show you guys, and then I'm going to finish it up, and then I'll start it and let you guys. Probably won't make any difference, but like, hopefully it'll run better. And then I also noticed I had a check engine light on for the map sensor, and I wasn't sure why, and then when I pulled it off I could actually see that the map sensor wasn't even plugged in, so that has something to do with it. So here you can see you got the nice shiny throttle body on here, throttle cables already on, so hopefully this is going to make it sound a little bit better. Yeah, as you can tell, the wiring harness no longer goes down the side here and down and whatever. It actually looks pretty clean. It just goes, this is still a little bit of a mess, but it just goes like this and it goes back. You can't really see back behind there, but if you come inside the van, you can see that the wiring harness now comes, I'm sorry, you really can't see, but the wiring harness comes from here, it goes down, and then it wraps around all in here, and it's nice and clean. And I don't know, like any other Safari that has a wiring harness tuck that clean. If you know of one, just put it in the comments and then I'll check it out, but I highly doubt it because everything is basically stock, and the only thing I had to do, I had to extend one wire, or I guess 2 wires, for the intake air temperature sensor. But yeah, other than that, it's time to put the rest of this crap together, even though it's raining. Everything is back the way it was. Now we just don't have the messy wiring that was coming down, so it's looking pretty good. But let's start it up now, see how she sounds. One thing I do notice is that the throttle, the pedal or whatever, is like, there used to be a lot of play in it, and now it's really solid. You can hear the throttle body. But let's turn this heap on. Hopefully my check engine light goes away. There we go, no check engine light. See that? Still got ABS, but other than that, she's all fixed. Let's see what the throttle's like. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's so much more responsive now. Holy shit. Before, when I had hit the gas, it stuttered and it stalled, like I was telling you guys in the one video. But yeah, all I did is put that new throttle body on. It seemed to fix it, honestly, because like, no more stalling out. We'll have to see what it's like when you take it for a drive. Alright, so it is the next day. The van drove actually super good. Way better than before. The throttle response is actually a whole lot better. Before there was like a little bit of like a slack or play in the gas pedal, but now that one has a lot better spring in it. It's all clean. Doesn't hesitate anymore, doesn't have any of that stupid idling. Sounds good, it runs really good. Did I notice like a huge power gain because it is like a different throttle plate? Not really, didn't really notice any difference. All I know is that it's more responsive. But yeah, so that's it for that one. We got a ton of more stuff going on in the van, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, see you in the next one, guys. Peace out.